What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Let's file this one under stories I thought I'd never hear. We got a 34-year-old man named Jesse Gibson. This dude kicked in his grandfather's door to his home, proceeded to beat him and attempt to rob him. Not so fast. Jesse's grandfather was not a sucker. If I could go back in time, I'm sure he'd be one of those dudes that I'd be running with. Probably be one of the homies. Because Jesse's grandfather put that heat on his ass. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I don't know if he shot that many times, but that would have been dope. I would have liked to see that. I want to see some video camera. I want to see some footage of him getting shot. I love stories. I absolutely love these type of stories. I like it when all home invaders get killed, get shot. I love to see home invader stories where a home invader gets shot, get killed. Oh man, it's beautiful. Because I just believe that a person's home is their sanctuary. You know, I don't think people should be inside of their homes scared to death. I mean, you know, if you've ever been robbed before, your home ever been, even if you wasn't there, imagine. But imagine being in a home and your home is robbed, somebody kicking in your door. You know, you'll never have that same level of comfortability, you know? So I absolutely love these type of stories. I like it better when the suspect gets killed, you know? But, you know, I'll take this. Shot him. I don't know how many times he shot him, but it would be nice if he, you know, got him really, really good. Now, the grandfather had to go to the hospital and be treated for injuries. Jesse is still in the hospital recovering. They say he has some serious injuries. He's at, where do they say they have him at? They have him at Carolina's Medical Center in Charlotte. The grandfather didn't know that it was his grandson that he had shot and who had tried to rob him until later when family members identified Jesse as the intruder. Perhaps Jesse was on crack, meth, whatever. It's no excuse. I'm sure that grandfather probably has looked out for him on many occasions. He's probably even lived with him. I would love to hear the backstory. He probably put him out of the house, right? Because he was a bum. And grandpa said, you know what, it's time to go. I can't do this no more. Put him out. I don't know why we just now the little image of Cain from Menace to Society popped up in my head when his granddaddy put him out. You got to go, son. I love you. Okay, but you got to go. You're evil. You know, his grandfather and his grandmother, they were very religious. And they were loving and they nurtured him and really took care of him. But he wanted to be in the streets. He wanted to be a gangbanger. So granddaddy said, no, you got to go. And it's sad, fam, because there are a lot of youngsters who end up living with their grandparents and they bring that chaos into their grandparents' households. It's sad. Some of them will even attack their grandparents. And there have been cases where kids have actually killed their grandparents. Yeah. It's like, man, like if it's me, like I'm gonna put myself in that situation. If it's me and I don't have anywhere to live as it is, perhaps my mom kicked me out, perhaps I don't have parents or whatever, and you know, I'm just out here by myself and my grandparents took me in. Some kind of way I ended up there. Man, I'm gonna be so grateful. I'm like, man, you know, like, you know, grandparents are strict But to me, grandparents aren't as strict as parents are, because they've been through everything, they've seen everything, and they just don't really overreact to a whole lot. Grandparents just don't want no drama. They just don't want no trouble. Don't bring no trouble around here, son. I see kids who live with sometimes their own siblings, their older siblings. They may live with a family friend, or not a family friend, but they may live with sometimes family friends, but oftentimes they'll end up living with an aunt or uncle or something. And they're just ungrateful. I'm like, damn. Like, it's sad to say, but some of these kids are unwanted because they're just bad. They're really bad kids. They got a bad attitude, and no matter what you do for them, it seems like it's never enough. Now, I'm not talking about all kids, but there are some kids who you just can't get through to them. You take them to the games, you enroll them in extracurricular activities, you put money in their pockets, you give them the latest iPhone or whatever tech gadget, you take them on trips, you make sure they got the freshest gear, you talk to them, you consult with them, you befriend them, you do everything. And you're respectful to them, and they will still jump out there and cut up. Just ungrateful. So I don't know if that was the situation here, but I got a really good hunch it was. In any event, Jesse Gibson, for attacking your own grandfather, for kicking your own grandfather's door into his home and assaulting him and robbing or trying to rob him. Your own grandfather. Your mama should be embarrassed and your daddy should have pulled out. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?